as I was saying when I got rudely cut off, you can flip your beliefs and make them so that they're more empowering for you. Understand that people treat us in whatever way we tolerate, right? So it's important to have clear, firm, and flexible boundaries. They don't have to be brick walls, but certainly lines in the sand aren't as difficult to establish. I think sometimes when we don't love ourselves well, we just tolerate shit from people. And I don't think that we need to do that. But hurt people, and we've all been hurt. So what becomes important is to recognize that what people say or do as it relates to you really isn't about you. It's a statement of them and their consciousness. That's hard to sort of wrap yourself around in the midst of something. But again, if you're practicing being an observer in your life and you're taking a deep breath, then it's easier to get through. I always like to say that the gap between a response and a reaction is a singular deep breath. And understand that, reactions come from a subconscious place, a triggered place, things that aren't in our immediate consciousness, old stuff that we may not even realize is affecting us. And reactions come from a conscious place, which means that you're more able to dictate what it is. It's not a reaction, it's a response. The relationship you have with yourself is single-handedly the most important and longest relationship that you're ever going to have. So it's crucial that whatever you do, you start here. You start building the relationship that you have with yourself. They say that people love to their level of self-love, and I would absolutely agree with that. You can tell when somebody really doesn't love themselves through their behavior, what they say about people and to people. And, that's their journey. But at the end of the day, you do have a choice. It's just whether or not you'll enact it, right? So history repeats itself basically only if you allow it to, right? If you don't move yourself out of old patterns, old beliefs, old habits, then you'll find that you're encountering experiences that feel very similar to something you've been through before. And that will continue to happen until you're able to extract the lesson from what's happening. So you may want to adopt the mindset that says, what is the message for me here? What is the lesson? What do I need to be learning here? What is this telling me? What is the gift? Because I can assure you that every cloud has a silver lining. There's no doubt about that. In terms of you relative to other people, you can only give 100% of your half of the relationship. I'll say that again. You can only give 100% of your half of the relationship. The thing is, you're not responsible for the whole thing. That's why it's called a relationship. But often we want so much for it to work out, or we want so much to be accepted, that we're like, yep, I'll take it all on. It's all me, it's all me. But it isn't. So keep that in mind. You can only take 100% responsibility for your half of it. And, know that what others think of you is really none of your business. Don Miguel Ruiz talks about that in the 4 Agreements. People essentially project who they are, which means you also project who you are. And that's okay. You just got to own it. But when you get triggered, try as much as you're able to. And it might be hard in the moment that it's happening, but allow yourself the space, the time, the breathing to step back from it without reacting. And then try and look at it as a gift. Because honestly, triggers give you an opportunity to look really honestly at parts of yourself that might need witnessing or healing or embracing or acknowledging. That's it. It's an opportunity to look a little bit deeper at yourself. And honestly, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So it's not about seeing things in yourself that you're uncomfortable with and judging yourself or beating yourself up about it. It's about witnessing what is in you that perhaps you're not acknowledging because you feel guilt or shame or whatever, and simply acknowledge it. Bring your awareness to it. Surrendering. A lot of people think that means, I give up. That's not what it means. It means forgetting about what you think you need and instead asking for what's aligned with truth and in the highest good of all. It's about allowing for the flow of life to take you. Go with the flow with the go, whatever expression, ride the horse in the direction that it's going. It's really about allowing things to unfold organically. But as humans, we have this insatiable need to control, which is kind of an illusion.